They fired 1.5 million shells to make it safe. Then 57,000 men found out it wasn't. July 1st, 1916. Along a river in northern France, called the Somme, the British Army is about to launch the attack it believes will help win the First World War. By the end of the day, it will suffer the worst losses in its entire history. To understand how, you have to go back. By 1916, the war on the Western Front had ground to a bloody stalemate. Two lines of trenches ran for hundreds of miles, and neither side could break through. Britain and France planned a massive joint offensive on the Somme to smash the German line and finally end the deadlock. Then the plan changed. In February 1916, Germany attacked the French at Verdun in a battle that became a meat grinder. France could no longer lead at the Somme. So the offensive became mainly a British effort and partly an attempt to draw German pressure away from Verdun. The British plan rested on one idea: overwhelming firepower. For 7 days before the attack, Allied artillery bombarded the German trenches with more than 1.5 million shells. The theory was simple. The guns would cut the wire, destroy the trenches, and kill the defenders. But there were fatal flaws. The Germans held higher, drier ground and had dug shelters as deep as 10 meters into the chalk. Many British shells were duds that never exploded. When the bombardment stopped, the wire was often still standing, and the defenders were still alive. At 7:30 in the morning on July 1st, the guns fell silent and the whistles blew. 14 British divisions went over the top. Many were the PALS battalions, friends, neighbors, and workmates from the same towns, who had enlisted together so they could serve side by side. Weighed down with heavy packs, ordered to advance at a steady walking pace, they moved into open no-man's land, and from their intact dugouts, the German machine gunners emerged and opened fire. In some sectors, entire battalions were cut down within minutes. Whole communities back home would lose a generation of young men in a single morning. By nightfall, the British Army had suffered around 57,000 casualties. It remains, to this day, the bloodiest single day in British military history. And for all that loss, the front had barely moved. July 1st was only the beginning. When it finally ended, both sides had suffered more than 1 million casualties combined. Historians still argue about the Somme. What isn't in doubt is the human cost. 57,000 in a day. Remember them.